Y'all, this is the first time that I was waiting for Lee to get ready.
I was in my Union Jack t-shirt representing the UK. I'm the least patriotic person I know.
Well, not today.
I know, I wore this more to do with Spice Girls than...
I actually assumed that.
Less to do with the UK.
Homosexuals would be.
It's more to do with the Spice Girls. Do you know they're about to go on tour again?
Are they?
Yeah.
I feel like I heard that a long time ago.
No, darling, they're going on tour again.
No, but like...
Allegedly.
Yeah, I was gonna say, didn't they like announce it? Oh.
Spice,
Wait, y'all heard it here first!
Jerry Spice.
Y'all heard it here first, she knows some insider information!
Jerry Spice announced it a couple years ago, and then the whole group was like, that's news to us.
That's what it was.
That's all it was.
Okay.
But I think they are going on tour again because it's their 21st anniversary.
I thought there was one person that didn't want to do it.
Victoria never wants to do it.
Yes. Okay.
Victoria's already said, like, we did the Olympics. It's never going to get any better than that for me. I'm now a fashion designer who shows in Paris. I no longer want to be a 50-year-old woman on stage saying, if you want to be my lover.
Victoria.
She's like, I don't need the money.
Fair.
Hello, everybody, and welcome to Holdin Space with Z and Lee, New York's top DEI podcast.
I couldn't remember the other day if it was New York or if it was Brooklyn.
Brooklyn's top DEI podcast? What is this street called?
No Strain and Empires.
You're right, babes.
I'm all right. How are you?
I'm good. I'm so happy to be back.
I know.
We had a little potty break.
Little hiatus.
A little hiatus.
Summer vacation.
Summer vacation.
You went summer holly.
Summer holiday. On our Jet 2 holiday.
Uh-huh.
And you went to see Beyonce.
Saw Beyonce in Atlanta, in Hotlanta.
In Hotlanta.
Uh-huh.
And was it as good as everybody said it was going to be?
Yes.
Better than what you thought? Did your dreams come true?
No.
What?
Dreams come true. That's a lot. It was a great Beyonce.
You literally talk about Beyonce every single episode, so it's not crazy for me to say this.
My dreams coming true would be like her seeing my outfit via camera and being like, look at her, girl.
You want to be on the Megatron.
Yes. Dreams come true. Wait, I actually need to make sure that's off because if that's connecting to my phone. Just a minute, y'all. Yeah. No, is it dreams made? I don't know about dreams made. I've seen her before, so like, this was great. It was phenomenal. It was a rebirth for me, so...
Do you feel sad that you never saw Destiny's Child?
Yes. Fuck that bitch.
So is my theory correct that Destiny's Child is the third part?
No.
I'm looking forward to the day I'm right.
You're not going to be.
Everyone's saying it's rock. Is it rock? Is it really rock?
Supposedly. Allegedly.
We'll see.
I want it to be.
You want it to be rock?
I do.
Like Tina Turner rock?
Yeah. But I mean, she also had some, like in 4, she got into a rock bag a little bit.
Yeah, on Lemonade as well.
Yeah.
Don't Hurt Yourself.
Yeah. She's got, and I want that angst.
You want a whole album of that?
Yes.
Exciting.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, we'll see.
We'll see.
But anyway, it was great.
Okay, well, what was I doing this summer? Not much. I think I'm getting, what's the word? Accumulated? No.
Acclimated.
Got it. With New York City.
Uh-huh.
And so I feel like I'm settling in. I know people say it takes 10 years. No. I'm not really that girl.
No. It doesn't take 10 years to get settled. It takes 10 years to be a New Yorker.
Okay.
To get settled is like a year or 2.
Well, I feel settled.
Okay, good.
I feel settled. I feel like I'm starting to
out of years. That makes sense.
Yeah, September will be a year.
Yeah.
And I'm starting to like build the building blocks of what I feel like my life will look like here.
Okay.
And the opportunities that I feel like I'm trying to create for myself.
Okay.
This is what I'm saying this week. Next week, I could say it's all falling apart.
And that's the point of 10 years to be a New Yorker, because you will have that happen.
And so we'll see. And it's so funny, because the last time I recorded this podcast, I don't even know if that episode went out. Did the episode go out when I said that when Oprah says, when people show you who they are, believe them, and I've cut the boy off and the boy's gone?
Yes.
The boy's back! The boy's back!
Yes. We've had multiple episodes talking about this, actually, because one of the earlier ones, you're like, I don't know. By the time this airs, there might not be any boy. And then
The boy
the
is back.
last one was...
When people say, I've learned my lesson.
Yes,
I'm
yes,
done,
yes.
It's over, it's over.
You're like, I corrected my wrongs from the
corrected my
past.
wrongs from the past. The boy is back.
Surprise.
Surprise.
Hello.
Hello. So we can talk about that another episode, because next week the boy might be gone again.
Maybe we shouldn't talk about it.
Maybe we shouldn't talk about it.
We can talk about it after your vacation.
You know, my last podcast, my ex didn't listen to the podcast, and then he listened to the podcast, and it was an issue.
After you broke up? Or
No.
during? Ooh.
During, like, he'd listened to,
We haven't said too many things. So...
anything that's not true.
Yeah. Well, yeah, but I mean, like, there's no true... You could have been talking about the million other guys that you're dating.
Right.
And
And
she's a whore.
we will get to an episode where I can talk about how great they are, because I think that was missing
Yes.
from my last podcast. I was just like, oh my God,
Oh,
they're so
completely.
annoying. Oh my God, they did this.
Mm.
Oh my God. No, I did do an episode where I said how great they are and how smart they are and how they created this business. And so I don't know.
Oh, on your last podcast.
On my last
I'm like
podcast.
thinking,
Not on this
I
podcast.
don't think so.
Yeah, I know.
Must have gotten edited out.
Must have got it out.
Blame it on the edit.
I blame it on the edit.
All right. Should we jump in?
Yes, Holding Space.
Holdin Space.
So I wanted to hold space for Caleb Williams. If you don't know who that is, because I didn't know who that is.
Educate me.
He is an NFL star. I'm not sure. NFL is football.
Yeah.
I'm not sure how long he's played for, what position or role he plays.
Yeah.
The reason why I wanted to hold space for Caleb Williams is because he came up on my feed a couple of weeks ago on Pink News. And basically, it was talking about how much hate he was getting from football fans and particularly conservative men because he decided to paint his nails green. And I always like, especially now when you see men who play in popular sports who have a particular style to them. So who's that guy?
Dennis Rodman?
Dennis Rodman. Growing up, I always used to think to myself, I've never seen anyone like this person.
Yeah.
And I think it's still cool to like see guys that know that doing that. There must be somewhere in his brain where he knows that he's going to get some backlash from painting his nails green.
Yeah.
And so holding space for him because he chose to do that. He's also got great style. By the way, I don't know if he's problematic. So if you end up writing me posting, actually, Caleb is actually really problematic. I am happy to take this back in future episodes, but I wanted to ask you...
He's not going to read these.
I'm not going to read it anyway. Why do you think conservative men have such a problem with, I guess, men that they are fans of expressing themselves in a particular style? You grew up in a conservative era. Educate me.
I'm so over this conversation already. Like, it just started. I'm over it. No, I think it's like, so the conversation is so dead. Like, what do you mean you're upset about somebody painting their nails? Like, that is the oldest fucking argument that needs to just be done. Like,
because I guess it's a through line to gay.
Yes, it's the feminizing of a masculine figure in a masculine sport dominated by cis men, straight men. And I think he's probably one of the first out gay NFL players.
Who?
This guy.
He's not gay.
Yes, he is.
No, he's not.
He's not?
No.
I thought the article said he was. So now we're queer baiting. Oh, interesting. I'm just kidding. I definitely thought he was gay.
No, baby, he's not gay.
Well,
I know, honey.
Well, then, I don't know. I could have swore. Why would Pink News? I guess because it's still homophobia.
Just because it's still homophobia. But it's crazy because every Republican convention, Grindr crashes.
I know. Well, that's the real reason. It's too close to home.
It's too close to home.
I also just like NFL players and professional sports players, they are the divas of men. When you think about it.
Right.
Like that is, so like the fact that they're getting their moment with fashion when they walk into the stadiums and stuff, like that actually makes sense. Like you should have the moment. You get to have this paparazzi thing, like moment happen constantly. You should be able to take that and like get to explore self-identity and stuff without hate, which is crazy that the nail polish just set people off. I don't know. What are your thoughts on it?
I think that I'm realizing growing up, I obviously was an effeminate guy, which we've spoken about before. And I think that I really didn't realize I was like that until people pointed it out. And I thought that I was the one who had an issue because I wasn't like everybody else and I wasn't into the same things. But now I'm starting to understand, giving the backlash that Caleb got and that we see all over the place with when men express themselves in a certain kind of way, they get this kind of visceral reaction. Now, I didn't realize how fragile masculinity was. Given that it's supposed to be something that's supposed to be so strong and something that's supposed to be so solid.
Which means it's not.
It's very fragile. Because if nail polish makes you have this aggressive reaction and assume and in some ways fantasize that Caleb is doing all these things because he's got green nail polish on, that tells me that your roots of what you believe masculinity to be is quite fragile and can be broken quite easily.
Shallow root.
I'm
trying to think of a plant that has a teeny little root. But I can't think of any off the top of my head. So, no, it's also interesting because I, a while ago, came across a video of a dad who was getting his nails painted by his daughter, his like teeny little daughter. And guys in the comments were doing the exact same thing. And that's an additional layer of like a dad being a sweetheart to his daughter and connecting with her in a way that like a lot of times dads don't, and allowing that and allowing her, who is, according to them, using her assigned gender correctly, but somehow it still became a backlash moment for the dad who was supporting her. So anyway, I agree. The nail polish thing is
babies.
It really is.
They're
it really
just bitch
is.
babies. Like I feel like we can try and dissect it and we can try and understand it, but I feel like we are all getting to a place where it's sort of like, I don't understand it. I don't think you understand yourself. We are all running around trying to understand why straight white men feel lonely, why women are deciding to lock themselves up and not get married and are not having babies as much. And it's all because of this nonsense. Do you know what I mean? Like, I just feel like it's beyond my comprehension. And I feel like the more you try and understand them, the more they go deeper into their bullshit. And I just think that, like, because we're on the side of let's be intellectual and let's understand people and let's give people space, I'm sort of in the kind of, I'm getting to the realm of I don't want to, and you're a bitch baby.
Well, and then it's also just so much self-hate. Like, you literally, like, if you have to go online and use your energy to express hatred towards random people just minding their business, like, that means that you are absolutely discontent with everything about your life and everything about yourself. So, actually, this is a good segue into the next little topic.
It is.
Which is discussing, like, kind of developed men and dating men who have gone to therapy and are in non-traditional roles as men, and wanting to date them with a traditional relationship in mind.
Let's roll the clip.
I need some of y'all to understand that you can't want a non-traditional partner in a traditional relationship, right? The man that's going to be emotionally intelligent, in therapy, communicative, honest, open with his emotions is likely not going to want a traditional dynamic. It's like that old adage of, like, you can't have your cake and eat it too, right? You can't get all the benefits of a traditional relationship while having the benefit of a non-traditional partner, right? So I just want y'all to think about that as you're moving forward in your dating life. Oh, is that really what I want? Because then I'm going to be sacrificing some of the other things that I may want more, or I don't know, but you just got to think about it.
So, is this deep or is it dumb? Because in my mind, a man that goes to therapy, a man that is emotionally intelligent, why are these things that are seen as non-traditional? I don't understand that. Because I understand a woman saying, or a guy saying, you know, going 50-50 is progressive.
Yeah.
I guess a woman and a man sharing household responsibilities is progressive. A man being a stay-at-home dad is progressive. But I didn't know that not being in tune with your emotions was progressive. I just thought that was something that men lacked. I didn't realize that was a tradition. And I didn't think all men have been like that through time. So I didn't know that.
Yeah. Well, when you think about therapy in general, right? Like therapy is a relatively young, accepted thing. Right?
Yeah.
And men are going to be the hardest ones to catch on to that trend because men are always late to every single trend, first of all. We know that. But yeah, and then therapy with hypermasculinity is saying like diving into emotions is a feminine attribute. Very much a deterrent from taking the time. Also, self-care is very feminine when it comes to what toxic men think about it, right? So that's hitting two birds with one stone. That's putting time and investing in yourself, and then also diving into your emotional traumas and whatnot. And all of that is like written off as feminine or weak. So yeah, it's definitely going to be the last.
But I guess, I don't know, maybe it's because I've watched so much of couples therapy with Una. And I'm always like, she's sitting there and there is a traditional man who's in therapy and he's clammed up. He's not sharing his emotions. And the woman is always the progressive one who's saying, I want you to tell me how you feel, but I still want you to take the bins out. And so I just didn't know that those things were together because to this person's point, they're like, a progressive person shouldn't be with a traditional person, but isn't that the makeup of every relationship? Because most women, again, then are the progressive ones because they are always or tend to be more emotionally intelligent in their thinking. That's so I don't really understand. Are you saying that a progressive man can't be with a traditional woman, but a progressive woman can be with a traditional man? I don't really understand the point of what he's saying because it's like, women tend to be the more progressive one anyway. And that's why I'm trying to split duties in a relationship from emotional and intimate work that you would do as a couple.
I think there's some validity to what he's saying, but I also think that there's a decent amount of flaws because the more emotionally aware a man becomes, the more he's going to participate in those in the roles that his wife would want.
Right.
So like to some extent, I actually think that it would make the traditional sense of a relationship easier because instead of having you ask him to take out the bins 20 million times, he's going to realize like, oh, that's how I help my wife.
Right.
In this.
Which is what I'm saying.
So yeah. So like, I agree with you. Like to some extent, I actually think it's the man is basically just catching up to the woman is kind of what you're saying.
Basically.
Yeah. So I agree. So I think also depends on how emotionally like progressive he goes. If he's so progressive to where he wants to split everything 50-50, if you go out to dinner, like we're two individual people, like da-da-da-da. Like if it's that far where it's stripping away like the kind of that like provider role too, then I could see what he's saying with like, you're wanting that role, but also somebody who's conscious enough to break apart that role and say that it doesn't need to exist. So I get what he's saying in that specific context, but I think there's so many, because we were talking about emotions, right? So like talking about emotional depth and trauma healing and all this stuff. So like there's so many different iterations within this context and two partners too, which adds, double the layers. So like, yeah, there's so many iterations of these relationship types that kind of
I totally agree with you. I think he just, in my mind, he just mixed up emotional and duties together.
Yeah.
And I think sometimes the emotions can lead to duties.
Yeah.
And vice versa.
Yeah.
So, and sometimes some men believe that through duty, that is how they show emotion.
Right.
A lot of people show emotion through action.
Acts of service.
Yeah, exactly. So I don't know. I just felt like it was a huge generalization.
Yeah, for sure.
In a
Almost
way
making
to
it pointless.
yeah, to kind of excuse men in my mind, because women can't really do that. They're expected to. You can't have a woman who's like, because a woman traditionally has to be emotional.
Yeah.
So are you saying a progressive woman is not emotional?
No, I think it's more...
She has to be motherly. She has to be emotional. She has to be a care provider, right?
I think he's coming, though, more in terms of, like, the way that I heard it is, like, because it's to the TikTok audience, I think of, like, when it comes to dating. So less about, like, parent roles. So, like, when it comes to women wanting a man who's gonna, like, put it down or, like pursue a little bit more aggressively. You know how it...
Because some women don't like men that have emotion, right?
Yes, right. Exactly. So, like wanting him to be aware of the emotion, but then also...
Because they will look at him and be like, why are you crying? You're gay.
Yes.
Yeah. Okay?
Exactly.
So it's like, I want you to pay
more
my
of that.
bill,
yes.
And I want you to, like, not cry.
I think that was more of his point of, like, you can't expect the emotional depth and then also, like, kind of criminalize it.
Right.
Maybe.
Right.
That would be my only thought of, like, okay, that makes sense. Like, he's just saying, if you're gonna want somebody who's more developed, like, be realistic.
Then you have to accept the fact that, yeah. Okay, fine.
That's my guess.
Okay, cool. Thanks for that.
Yeah.
That person.
I don't know.
Okay, let's move on. Dear Z and Lee. So, I believe this is a person who is going out with a guy and they're meeting their guy's parents. And they're nervous. Because their boyfriend's parents are Republican. And not just Republican, but MAGA-leaning.
Yeah.
So they're asking for tips. Z, what are the tips? What should they do with their nervousness, and what should they do before they go and meet these parents?
Well, honestly, it depends on where you are in your liberal journey, to be honest. Because some people would be like, break up with him. Like, you don't even need to go over to the house.
You're saying to break up with them?
No. I'm not saying. I'm saying some people would. People who are maybe a little bit more liberal or extreme liberal would be like, you can't associate with him or his family.
Right.
So burn the bridge. I, on the other hand, don't agree with that, because the only way to continue conversations and to progress is through the bridges and through having hard conversations, which is part of why we started this podcast, was to be able to have some of these hard conversations and bring back kind of debating, in a way. So I would say just prepare for answering questions, to having your facts. Like, I would actually have your facts or screenshots or whatever ready.
Wow.
I think so, because if it ever goes political, like, you don't want to be caught off guard. Like, I'm somebody who, in an argument, if I get caught off guard or I haven't thought through something or I'm shown something, I have to be able to debrief that to figure out what the response would be. So in the moment, I'm going to be like, okay, like, that's a good point, or that's a point. But, like, I can't jump back and be like, okay, what about this? A lot of times. Unless I'm, like, so educated on the topic that I'm, like, ready to go, like, it's a debate, like, da-da-da-da-da-da. So if you're actually concerned, give yourself some peace of mind and have some of those like things ready to go, just in case political conversations happen. That's not saying that they will. You also don't have to talk about politics, which maybe for the first meeting is good.
I was going to be like, I think that if you're sure you want to be with this guy, I would say, just a side note, just make sure that none of their beliefs are so entrenched in his mind that actually you are sleeping with somebody that has very different beliefs from you, and you haven't actually taken the time to figure that out, or they've been very good at hiding it. But aside from that,
the catfishing
Man,
coming back up.
Yeah. But aside from that, I think that you don't actually have to talk about their political beliefs. Try and get to know who they are. I think that like we have got to a place where we wear our political affiliation like a badge of honor.
Yeah.
And there's hopefully so many other things about his parents which are more interesting than who they politically support. With that said, if you go in and they're wearing red hats and there's all this iconography all over the front yard, then you can disregard everything that I just said.
And leave immediately.
And I don't know if you do, if they are crazed supporters and they wear it on their chest, because I know that that is, those people do exist.
Mm-hmm.
I think you really got to assess how much you like this guy.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
If it's making you this nervous that you have to write about it,
yeah,
I think you have to figure out how much you like this guy. And I think that it is a polite situation. I don't think it is going to their house. I think you actually need to have a conversation with him and get him to tell you, honestly, where on the scale of MAGA are we talking about?
Yes.
Are we talking about, they just voted for him and they don't really pay attention to the news and they just like him, so they vote for him? Or are we talking about red hats, everything he says is true, the fake news, you're a liar, get out my country? Where are we on that scale?
All of those have red flags written all over them, but...
Because if it's the latter, then I don't think you should be going to the house. I think you should meet on neutral ground.
Yeah.
And I think there should just be courtesy, going through the motions of getting closer to your partner, which is we're going for coffee, not dinner. Coffee,
FaceTime,
tea,
FaceTime only.
FaceTime, meeting you, right? Meeting you. Hello, lovely to meet you. Neutral ground. Maybe make sure that you and your boyfriend have plans after, so there's a beginning and an end to this, and that's it.
That's a good point. Also, I would say having a debrief with your partner afterward as well.
Yeah.
Because you're going to need to.
Well, the debrief is I don't want to ever see them again.
Yeah, it could be. But, like, it could also just be, like, we need to hash out some of this stuff. Like, how deep does this go? I mean, this could happen before. It could happen after, like you said before. I like it before so that you know what you're getting into.
Yeah.
But also, like, if you need to process anything, your partner is literally there to do that with. So make sure that happens.
Yeah, I really think you need to drill down on what your partner believes and what his parents beliefs are before you put yourself in that situation. And maybe you're picking up on something if you're nervous about it.
Yeah, I also would say to think about your boyfriend in the future.
What does that mean?
Sometimes as we age, and as we become more like our parents, belief systems also revert back to, whether he's in that vibe now or not, but could revert back to thinking similarly to them.
Yeah.
It'd be like, oh, I understand why they voted for Trump because of economic stuff.
Yeah.
That's a lie anyway. But like,
I also want to know when he told you. When did he tell you?
That they're MAGA supporters?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Did he tell you when you were about to meet them? Did he tell you early on? When did he tell you?
That's not something that I would lead off with. That would be like, we're going to meet them.
You would tell them then?
I mean...
I would have a problem with that.
No. I guess I would have already discussed.
I think so.
Conservativeness.
I think so.
Family members.
Because I think that it would tell me a lot about you if you never told me.
Yeah.
Like, what about your beliefs are you not telling me about as well?
Right. No, I definitely would have said it before.
100%.
Yeah.
And in fact, like, you might not meet my parents for a long time because of this.
That's true. No, people would meet my mom, but...
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. That was a great show. I enjoyed being back.
Yes.
And I was super nice to that person.
You were.
I know.
Wow. Where's the applause button? We don't have a little switchboard anymore. Good job.
I know.
Wow. And you weren't, like, angry.
No.
At the MAGA conversation either.
No.
Wow.
I tried to understand them as people. I believed that they weren't aliens. And...
Well.
Great.
Well.
Oh, my God.
Good job.
I know.
Proud of you.
Claps for me.
Progress. Thanks for joining us on Holding Space. Follow all of our social medias.
Please.
At Holdin Space Pod. no G.
Everywhere.
On all that.
On all platforms.
And feel free to DM us with any thoughts on these things. If we missed something, if you want to add, go for it. But you can also do that in the comments on TikTok and Instagram and YouTube and wherever else we are. So
send us your questions.
Yeah.
Haters.
Bye.